You ready? Okay. This light has a history that began with a pioneering English nurse named Florence Nightingale. She often carried a lighted lamp as she moved among the sick and injured to care for them. Since then, the lighted lamp has become a symbol of the care and devotion the nurse administers to individuals in the practice of nursing.
The nursing graduates have followed the light to today's pinning ceremony. It marks our transition from layperson to nurse and from student to professional.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to introduce the special guests and faculty that are here this evening. Mr. Austin Abram, trustee, Mrs. Paula Lampton, vice chair, Mr. William Proctor, chair, Mr. John Williamson, trustee, Dr. James Klauber, president of HCC, Ms. Dawn Schonenberger, vice president, academic affairs and student services, and Mrs. Karen Hammond, Director of Nursing. The following full-time faculty teaches in the RN/PN programs: Mrs. Michelle Blash, Associate Professor, Mrs. Ashley Dolson, Instructor, Mrs. Dawn Druger, Assistant Professor, Dr. Robin Hill, Associate Professor, Dr. Lori Manila, Associate Professor, Miss Dawn Nally, Assistant Professor, Mrs. Ashton Taylor, Instructor, and Mrs. Gina Urick, Assistant Professor. At this time, I would like to call Jill Chase to the podium to give the history of the pinning ceremony.
To Dr. Klauber, Ms. Dawn Schoenberger, the Board of Trustees, faculty, family, friends, and graduates. As a member of the fall graduating class of Hagerstown Community College, it is my great honor and privilege to welcome you to the pinning and graduation ceremony for the nursing class of 2024. The nursing pin and pinning ceremony have a rich historical tradition. The earliest badges presented were to those members of the Knights of the Order of the Hospital of St. John the Baptist who tended to the ill and wounded crusaders in the 12th century. The tradition of the nursing pinning and the ceremonial pinning we know today actually originated in the 1860s at the Nightingale School of Nursing at St. Thomas Hospital in London. Having been recently awarded the Red Cross of St. George for her selfless service to the injured and dying in the Crimean War, Florence chose to extend this honor to her most outstanding graduate nurses by presenting each one of them with a Medal for Excellence. The first pin in the United States was presented to the graduating class of 1880 at the Bellevue Hospital of Nursing in New York City. The pin presented to the graduates was both beautiful and symbolic. By 1916, the practice of pinning new nurses was common in schools and throughout the United Kingdom and North America. Today, many nursing schools view the pinning ceremony as an outdated ritual. Some schools have already abandoned the pinning ceremony, and many others are considering doing so. The faculty of Hagerstown Community College continues to view the pinning ceremony as an important rite of passage into the profession of nursing. The nursing class of fall 2024 views this ceremony as a symbol of our commitment to the traditions and values of the nursing profession. Our class also views this day with great joy and great relief, as we can proudly say, we survived nursing school. Again, I would like to welcome all of you to the pinning ceremony this evening. At this time, the graduates will stand to recite the Nightingale Pledge. After the pledge, Dr. Klauber, president of HCC, will be congratulating the new graduates.
Well, graduates, here you are on a windy, snowy, cold night here to celebrate your pinning and your graduation. I want to commend you because this is probably one of the most difficult programs that Hagerstown Community College has to offer. And you probably can agree with that. Is anybody who would disagree with that right now? No? Nobody? Okay, well, that's good to know that we're still holding to such a high standard, and that and we're glad that each and every one of you made it. It's a great night for you, a great night for your families also, who I am sure, because they're all here, supported you through each and every one of the little trials and tribulations of nursing school and how hard that it was. So we want to commend all of you, those who supported you and yourselves on your accomplishments. I will tell you very quickly, there are really two things that I want to impart upon you tonight. First off, how many of you have already taken the NCLEX? Oh my goodness, isn't that wonderful? And we've got a couple I see that have not. And I will tell you, for those of you who have not, hurry up and take it. Statistically, you're more likely to pass it on the first time the more quickly you take it after nursing school. So don't fool around. Go ahead and schedule yourself and go take that NCLEX and get it behind you, because it's the last hurdle that you have. The other thing I want to tell you is that We've taught you enough for you to be licensed by the state to go and work in nursing, but we've not and yet given you the experience that you will have in your careers. For that, you are very new to this game. And I would advise you that when you go and get in your respective jobs, seek out someone that you respect, someone that is an expert in your field of nursing. Seek them out, learn from them, gain as much experience as you can, as quickly as you can, and you truly will be masters in your field. Congratulations on a great night, on a great career that you have going forward, and a great accomplishment. And for those of you who haven't taken that NCLEX, make sure you go take that NCLEX very soon. Have a good evening.
Good evening, and welcome to Hagerstown Community College. Thank you for braving the weather to join us as we celebrate the completion of our associate's degree in registered nursing. Almost exactly 2 years ago, at the very start of our nursing journey, we filed into the classroom, took our seats, and tried to calm our nerves. We organized supplies, introduced ourselves, fidgeted, and either talked a lot or not at all. It depended on the individual. Out of confidence, a desire for torment, or some combination of the two, we stuck around, and what followed was a whirlwind of experiences that aren't easily summed up into words. We have attended roughly 900 lecture hours, 450 clinical hours, and 150 lab hours, totaling about 1,500 hours over the last 2 years. Half of the remaining time in the last 2 years was spent studying for a total of 44 tests. A quarter of the remaining time was spent sleeping, eating, and completing the minimum required number of family interactions. Whatever time was left was spent convincing ourselves to get up for early morning clinicals. Alongside numerous clinical instructors, nurses, nursing assistants, and hospital staff, we have learned from 9 different professors during our time in nursing school. Each one of them gifted us with a unique lesson in nursing. Our nursing director, Karen Hammond, provided endless support and advice coupled with experience. Professor Michelle and Professor Ashley taught us the necessity of learning to crawl, walk, and then run. Dr. Hill taught us that patterns should sometimes be memorized. Professor Druger taught us to approach with compassion. Professor Ashton taught us we could find joy in a specialty we did not love. Dr. Lori taught us that all nurses are psych nurses. Professor Gina taught us that there is strength in asking for help. And Professor Nally taught us the efficacy of approaching our problems with a simple yet vital question: how are you going to fix it? As expected, a great deal can happen over 2 years. I'd like to run a quick demonstration with my fellow graduates to visualize some of our growth during nursing school. So if the following statement applies to you, stand up. And we're going to start with something easy. So stand up if you made a new friend during nursing school. Me too. You can sit down. Stand up if you developed a caffeine addiction. You can sit down. Stand up if you started a new hobby. I didn't think so. Stand up if you pulled at least one all-nighter or if you tried to. You can sit down. Stand up if you quit an old job or started a new one during nursing school. You can sit down. Stand up if you were beginning a nursing job in a specialty other than what you expected when you started nursing school. You can sit down. Stand up if you have someone that you'd really like to thank for their support during your time in nursing school. You can sit down. Stand up if you experienced one of the following major life events: having a baby, getting engaged, or getting married. You can sit down. Congratulations. And last one. Stand up if you're excited to be graduating nursing school and entering the field as a registered nurse. You can sit down. Thanks, guys. Externally, we all look relatively the same, though many of us support additional dark circles and worry lines, especially me. But don't be fooled. We have undergone an invisible transformation. We have grown. We have become physically and mentally strong. We have learned to accept praise when right, and we have been humbled when wrong. We have found our therapeutic voices. We can complete a full head-to-toe assessment without peeking at a cheat sheet. And while we may not have performed a skill on a real person, we can say we have done that on a mannequin. Not only have we gained the textbook knowledge to care for others, but we have developed compassion, patience, tolerance, and understanding. We are prepared for constant and continued growth and learning. We have become registered nurses. It's been a long journey from our first day at HCC as nursing students to today, our very last day. To our professors, thank you again. Your lessons will follow us as we attempt to make a positive impact in our community. To our friends and families, thank you for thank you for your endless encouragement, love, and support while we embarked on this journey. We wouldn't be here today without you and your sacrifices. And finally, to my fellow graduates and future colleagues, what a way to start the new year. You've accomplished what sometimes felt impossible, and I can't wait to see the difference that you'll all make and what you will accomplish in the future. Congratulations.
Well, I have a fun part to do. I'm going to recognize some of the nursing graduates here for some awards, and no one knows who's getting what, except me. The first award is Personal and Professional Growth Award. This award is given to the RN student who has been chosen by the HCC nursing faculty. This award recognizes the nursing student who has demonstrated significant professional growth and maturity as they progressed in the nursing program. And a plaque with the recipient's name will be located in the Career Programs building. This year's award goes to Paige Wild. Get your award. Oh, thank you. The second award goes to the student who has the highest grade point average in the RN program and is graduating with high honors. This year's award goes to Abigail Fisher. Thank you. Sure. The third award is the HCC Spirit of Nursing Award. This award has also been chosen by the HCC nursing faculty. This award recognizes the nursing student who, despite personal difficulties, persevered, demonstrating clinical competence, good leadership skills, and maintained a positive attitude. This year's award has been presented to Laura Edmonds. Congratulations. Let's give him another round of applause. Sorry. Well, good evening, everyone. We finally made it here between the snow and the cold and the ice and all the things that, and I want to commend the nursing graduates for being very flexible, as we had to change things several times, and I know some of you had to change schedules, and I really appreciate it. And this is one of my favorite experiences of the whole year. Twice a year I get up here and recognize you nursing students who really, I mean, I went through this program, so I understand. It's a very rigorous program. It hasn't changed at all. Just times have changed, but we still have to teach you how to be a nurse, and being a nurse hasn't changed. So I'd like to offer a warm congratulations to every one of you. And you made a good decision when you decided to become a nurse. Do you know that we have been awarded as of 2023, 2024, they haven't sent out the 25 graduate, or 2025 yet. We have been ranked #1 in the most trusted profession all these years. And that's, you know, doctors and lawyers and every other profession. Nursing is always #1. Because who takes care of the patients? We do. And I would be remiss if I didn't recognize these nursing faculty behind me here. There's definitely, I could not run the program without each and every one of them. They are excellent instructors, and you all know that because you all have had them all. And so I'm sure you would agree with me. Patricia Benner said, nurses today have new responsibilities, which we do. And like Dr. Klauber said, you're going to start out as a novice nurse, not knowing a lot, you think, but you know more than you think you do if you really apply yourself. And some of you are already working, and some of you have already started on this journey. How many of you have been working as RNs recently? And ever at Meritus, are you in their program or a residency program? Okay, well, good. So you kind of get an idea of what it's going to be like. William Osler once said that trained nurse has become one of the great blessings of humanity, taking a place beside the physician and the priest. Find your voice, be a change agent at the bedside, and don't lose your passion that you've had for the last 2 years here. Don't settle for being comfortable. I'll leave you with the words of Mother Teresa. I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples. Work to have the tools so that you will be able to cast that stone in many ripples. Congratulations. Happy New Year. You've been a great class. You're the only class that everybody passed the contradictor on the first try since I've been here, or since we've had ATI and the contradictor. So very high rated class. And I really enjoyed working with each and every one of you as I was teaching you. Anyway, like Dr. Klauber said, those of you who haven't taken the NCLEX, take it as soon as you can. And congratulations, each and every one of you.
Fareed Akhmadov, RN. Jaden Barnes, RN. Got a backup here. Stacy M. Barr. Jill E. Chase, RN. Holland M. Davis, RN. Stephanie B. Dolly. Laura M. Edmonds, RN. Ashley R. Farney, RN. Abigail K. Fisher, RN. Elizabeth D. Funk, RN. Carly E. Hendricks, RN. Maddie B. Holland, RN. Brianna E. Canode, RN. Hillary A. Lewis. Amy M. Noggle. DeWendy A. Parlin, RN. Ashley M. Stallnaker. Macy L. Toronto, RN. A. Page Wild, RN.
Graduates, I'm proud to tell you that by the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the state of Maryland, I now pronounce you graduates in the degree of which you have attained. You may move your tassel from the right to the left, and congratulations.
We're going to have a video presentation that the graduates put together right now.
Now, as we close one door, other doors are being opened. On behalf of all the graduates, we again want to thank all of you who have come to celebrate this moment with us. Graduates, we have accomplished great things, and through perseverance, we have successfully reached our goal of becoming nurses. We would also like to thank each of our professors for their hard work and dedication, for seeing our individual strengths and weaknesses and helping us reach our greatest potential. In addition, we would like to thank each and every family member and other support persons for your patience, assistance, and just being there for us. You helped us study, dried our tears, and were always there to support us. This day would not be possible without you. As we start our nursing careers, never forget the principles we were taught by our professors. Let's remember to treat our patients with the care and respect that we would like to receive. And finally, remember the 5 C's of nursing. Be calm, compassionate, confident, consistent, and courageous. Again, thank you for coming. Please stay seated for the recessional.